a lot with a lot of people that I talk to, right? You have as a person elected officials, a lot of things that you have to factor in. You have to do. The primary thing that you have to do is definitely focus on the United States of America and your citizens first. However, the second thing that you have to focus on is the other countries out there that wants to reap the benefits that are also doing other shit to take over another country's economy or whatever, et cetera. Everybody is not on the same place.
You mean like America does? Destabilizing governments all over the country? I told you the resources, these iPhones and stuff that we have. We rape countries literally for their resources.
I totally agree with you. Right. But when you have, look at what's going to happen to the United States of America. It's China, right? China.
For a second, we got a question from the audience.
Okay.
Somebody wants to know, where would he recommend investing where would you recommend investing the $150 billion that you're asking these Republicans for the Black community?
Well, it's not really asking the Republicans. I want that to be part of the annual budget for the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about reparation and all this. Fine, I hope we can get it done. I don't hold my breath on there, but I think it would definitely work to get both parties on side to have that as a budget and within the United States government.
Are you still 150 million? Congress? Are you still?
Let me finish answer. Let me answer the question. So the 150 billion would be utilized, and I don't know who. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who to put in charge of it. This is just a concept of having a person that understand the transition of how it's going to improve our life. If it's education, if it's centers, if it's just a financial resource that we can tap to yearly. Because we're being taken because we've been taken over right now. You know what I'm saying?
Can I pay the cops not to shoot me?
The cops not to shoot you?
Yeah, can I pay the cops not to shoot me when I'm on the way to school or my business?
Look, if you want to use your 150 billion, if you want to use the 150 billion that, or if you want to use the 150 to get, hold on, let me answer the question.
The fallacy of your point.
Let me answer the question.
About money, our Black people's biggest problem is systemic racism, and that is on a ground level. That is our problem.
So you can't change it without policy. You can't change it without policy. You can't change it without policy, and you can't change it without putting the right people within those positions. If it's law enforcement officers, if it's DEAs, if it's federal, you can't change that. You can't change none of that. But you don't. But at the end of the day, you still live here. At the end of the day, you still live here.
I'm getting the hell out of here. I swear to God, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going over to ACON. I'm going to Senegal.
Where you going?
Senegal?
You going to ACON? Hey.
Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Africa is the spot, y'all. We need to be up on it now. Get that.
Exactly.
We need to start getting like Marcus Garvey said. Get the hell out of here.
You know what? That could be. That 150 billion could be going towards businesses here.
Because all they're gonna do is try to tax you. You know, if you expatriate from this country, you're still expected to pay taxes.
So how you go? So if you go over to the other country, that country over there, you can be over there, but guess what? You got to make money over there. That country's gonna have to make money. That country's gonna have to be defended. That country's gonna need a military.
People here don't have skills that we can't take home.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying.
That's all right. You're a Republican.
No, I'm just saying. So you say Africa don't need a military? You know how You know how big China military is, Russian military is, the U.S. military is.
Who built those militaries? Who's responsible for those militaries being what they are? Let's talk about Japan's Navy and how the United States actually gave them the power to turn into the largest naval force in the world.
Right, exactly. So us building them, us helping them build them.
They did. But we told them they couldn't have one. They built it behind the scenes, and now they got the largest one in the world. It was inactive. And the treaty that held them in check is about to expire. Guess who's going to be in the fight for a war for the Pacific?
Exactly.
I missed it.
Japan. Yes, because think about it. China is building military bases in the middle of the China Sea. That's where all the export. That's where all the export and exports come in at. They're building military bases. So why would a country build military bases?
The only reason why we have a problem with China marshaling their forces and doing what they need to do for their thing is because it goes against ours. But we do the same thing. We have bases in other countries.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because that fight, because they moving, they doing their own thing. Exactly, because that fight is not going to be on the mainland. The fight for our country is going to be in the war to sea. I got my son, my brother, my sister, my brother.
We operate.
Look, my brother, my sister, and my daughter and her husband is all in the military. All in the military. And I understand that.
I got the military.
But the thing about it is that that's gonna the fight is not gonna be in the United States of America. The reason why the bear arms is in our Constitution is because if anybody that invades the United States of America and they make it to the mainland, they citizens got guns. That's you know what I'm saying. That's why the right to bear arms is in the Constitution. And that's why they defend it.
Not if they come to New York.
Right. But see, that's why, and that's why people are adamant about the right to bear arms, because the last defense of the United States of America is going to be its people.
No, it's not, because the people no longer believe in the United States.
It's okay. Let you know what, when 9/11 happened in New York, everybody came together. Everybody came together, and everybody was signing up to go fight, to go take that fight to them after 9/11.
Yeah, that's because they bought into that whole gung-ho America, goo rah 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 nonsense.
No, it ain't not. They just live here and they want to live somewhat free to be able to at least do what they want to live in, and not being under a dictatorship. Tell you what you can eat, how many kids you can have. Huh?
You don't think we're under form?
I saw hate crime.
Go ahead.
You said you had a lot of hatred. A lot of hatred on what?
I saw hatred and hate crimes. I didn't see a lot of coming together. I saw people going to gas stations and
Muslims.
Shit and shooting.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I agree with that. I will agree with that. I agree. I agree with that. And you know what I'm saying? And that definitely, I didn't like that for the simple fact, because look how they look at blacks. You know, they look at blacks as we're just ready to shoot, kill, or do whatever walking down the street. And, you know what I'm saying? And now the Muslim, because the people who ran the planes into the towers, the Twin Towers, was a part of that ethnic religion group, it took, you know, it took attacks on them as well. Just like the China flu or whatever's going on right with COVID coming from China, and the issues that it took on China and America. I'm not cool with that. I'm not definitely not cool with that. That's some BS, if you ask me.
So is China going to be the next global power?
They trying. And exactly, they trying. And under President Obama, even
wait. We can't talk over each other because then it gets muffled.
Once a year, overtakes the dollar for oh, sorry. When the yen takes over the dollar for 4 seconds, however many quarters, then it becomes the dominant currency.
Something wrong with the volume.
Then the military,
something wrong with his volume.
The world superpower.
Can't even
the
hear
United States is woefully
inept.
Okay.
Because
that'll work.
Appointment. Well, you can't hear me? Oh, you know what?
I just had to turn my Bluetooth off. My headphones died. I didn't know. I was running my damn mouth.
Oh my God. Is that the answer? You could have done that the whole show. We've been struggling.
Right. Hey, we just go do smoke signals in a minute.
Oh. Okay, look here. Trav, you still running?
What's up?
Are you still running?
Oh, look, okay. Well, as in for the U.S. Congress, I did feel and declare my candidacy for the U.S. Congress. What transpired is COVID. So I needed to turn in 1,000 votes by June. So, can y'all hear? Are y'all there?
Greta said you got her vote.
All right. So listen, let me finish. So what happened was, I needed 1,000 signatures. We was on a stay-at-home order. The whole country was on a stay-at-home order to at least like May 28th. So I really had like 4 days to get my 1,000 signatures turned in to the state. And I think that was unfair because we were running an election, and that's the Republicans here. So I ain't always on their side because they running this election in the state of Wisconsin like there's not a pandemic, like there's not nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? And to run it normally, I think is disadvantage. It's not allowing people to go out and vote and have the able to vote because of how they're doing it. You close down. Milwaukee had 105 polling stations, and only 5 was open. Like literally, really, like other places delayed the election. You know what I'm saying? And then you're, not. I got to stick out 1,000 votes to get these out. We tried, but it was my community that was affected the most, the Black community that was getting COVID, and I didn't want to put nobody in danger by going to their houses and getting their signatures. And those are the 1,000 signatures I wanted. I didn't want to go out to the Republican areas and just get signatures out of the Republican area because that's easy to do to get on the ballot. I want to make sure that I can get on the ballot for my people and they understand where I'm at. So what you could do, y'all go to the primary on August 11th because I declared my candidacy. Y'all can write in Travis Clark. You know what I'm saying? Like my papers are in. My name is just not officially going to be on the ballot unless you write it in. So it's up to the people who they want to do it. They can do it. It comes up that I win. But there's
you got a street team, Terrace? I mean, you got somebody working on some, you got, now this plan.
It's like 3 Black Republicans that are running. So it was me and 2 other.
One of them reached out to me, Travis. One of them reached out to me.
So they probably, they probably got their votes from, Republicans that just vote Republicans. But I didn't play that card, you know what I'm saying? And they not like me, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets of the city of Milwaukee. That's what raised me. So I know all the trials and tribulations that everybody else is going through because I've been there and done that already. Everybody else, I don't know. They read books. They go off statistics. They go off of statistics and shit like that. No, I ain't going off of no statistics. I did there and done that already.
I want to share this video with y'all right quick. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Hold on.
What video is that?
No, I can't. That's not it. Never mind.
So yeah. So I mean, I got it was a video professional athletes that are reaching out, that are working closely with the community. You know what I'm saying? This younger generation, this younger music, like the Little Babies, the Migos, the Babies, all those individuals right now that's coming up. We can't fight the fight like we fought the fight years ago because we didn't have individuals that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 millionaires. Like they control the entertainment industry of these young dudes right now controls everything. Everybody's following them. The new generation is following them. You know what I'm saying? Everything is controlled by them. And then you got the professional athletes that are doing what they're doing for the NBA, NFL, and all that. That's why everything is shut down, and they're focused and engaged in what's going on right now. So the Republicans and Democrats better understand, like, y'all may not like their music, but hey, y'all better respect what they finna try to accomplish, and they're gonna get it done. They're gonna get it done.
All right, so this is the video that Biden did back in '93. He did a speech, and I would advise and suggest everybody listen to the entire context of it. I think it's about 13 minutes, but essentially this is him and his prison reform bill that he passed back then.
The consensus is, Ed, we must take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now, not out of a liberal instinct for love, brother, and humanity, although I think that's a good instinct, but for simple, pragmatic reasons. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets. That society,
for what?
Because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them at that point. That's the sad truth. You're looking at the fellow who was one of the primary architects of the Sentencing Commission. You know what the basic premise of the Sentencing Commission is? I know the presiding officer knows. It was the first time in 80 years we rejected the notion that the condition of sentencing must be related to how long it would take to rehabilitate. I'm the guy that said rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it, notice it, and even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why. So you cannot make rehabilitation a condition for release. That's what
okay. How much?
I mean,
what was my question for you, Ms. What was the how'd you show that?
I just thought it's interesting because and this is my personal opinion. And when I met Travis, I was like, oh my God, how can you be a Republican, kind of on that whole Democratic bandwagon, although I consider myself to be a liberal. And although I'm not a capitalist, I do think we need a whole reform. But there are so many African-American people who blindly just follow whatever the trend is. And I'm one who thinks that you need to do your research, you need to study, you need to look into things and decide for yourself. Find what resonates with you and make your own informed decision. And I'm not saying that he's a bad guy. By all means, they all fucked up to me, right? They all in bed together. But that these are the things that happen. We're talking about, we have to look at the system and what led us and got us to these points and look at the history. This motherfucker signed this bill and fucked up families.
Right.
He created.
Well, damn. Tell him how you really feel. Sure.
So yeah.
I didn't know he got taken off this motherfucker. I didn't know he was doing that.
I tell everybody with Joe Biden, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm not by no means telling people to, you know what I'm saying, go vote for Trump. I got different scenarios on how we can kind of try to navigate this and win this. I mean, that's what I'm as a strategist, so that's why I own a consulting firm. But if he was the vice president under the first black president,
I mean, that's what I'm
and he wanted to do something, like, why would he not just do it when he was vice VP?
If he was the vice president under the first black president.
Where's the echo from? That's your
Sorry, that's my phone. Sorry.
So why he just? I don't understand. Why if you know, if he wanted to do something, he would have either went to Obama, we need to do such and such. You know what I'm saying? And we, you know, but all of a sudden now he got some new bright ideas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wait, hold up. Like, but I tell you, I'm a street dude. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, if you wanted to do it back then, you would have came up and said something then. Now, what P. Diddy and Ice Cube and Charlamagne all saying, like, okay, we can mess with you, but something's gotta be done, and something has to be done immediately, and you gotta give us something done, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be him or Trump. Now, do we wait and try to see what we can do later down the line, or do we try to get something now? Because we lose every year, and we continue to lose every year. And we vote for one person because they vote for this over here because everybody says vote, but what are we achieving? Hispanics, like I said, Hispanics want DACA. I can bet you Democrats get in, DACA's going to be, they're going to get DACA in.
Yeah.
They got to go. What is our goal? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the black goal? Is it the police to stop shooting us? Okay. So it's the police to stop shooting us. So, okay. So let's start. So let's
and the fact that you're taking that in such a condescending tone.
No, it's not condescending. It ain't condescending.
I felt it was condescending. That was kind of oh, so what? Because for the black killer? Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah, look. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking like a Republican right now.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Because let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
You bring up a celebrity's name.
Let me tell you something.
A basketball player.
Let me tell you something. I did that.
Whether or not yourself is actually strong enough to be a leader. Because you're still emulating and idealizing other people.
It ain't emulating them.
Yeah, it is. Because every time you drop names, like Jay-Z. Okay, I knew Sean.
Right, because they're the one out there trying to lead. They are the one. They're out the one. They are, but they are out.
My questions.
But they are out the one. They are out there.
Okay,
but they are out there though. They're the ones that's out there telling us to follow them and telling us who wants to vote for it. The only reason I bring that up because they're no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that, hey, look, with my 2019, I led the police on the high. I was involved in a shootout. So all this, I let the police on the shoot on the high. Well, I didn't do that. So I did all this. No, so I understand. Right, but I'm saying I did all that. So
that I am right now. Street cred doesn't matter.
What I'm saying, yes, it does. Because what I'm saying,
that don't matter.
What I'm saying, if I got into a situation like that, and the police, of course, the police is going to try to stop me because I got involved into a situation of somebody trying to take the life of another black person. You know what I'm saying? And the police is standing right there, so the police is gonna get involved.
Like black on black crime.
No, right, exactly. That's what's going on all in the inner city. So don't think it ain't going. But what I'm saying though, if I would have I did a situation and the police came in, I'm leaving a scene of something just happened, and the police is coming. You know what I'm saying? And they see me, and then of course they're gonna tell me to freeze. I put my hands on. I'm not saying that they don't do. There's bad cops out there doing that because I've been involved in all that. I know that already. So you know what I'm saying? I got my ass whooped, all that shit.
Maybe you need a couple more beatings because you ain't convinced that they don't give a fuck about you yet.
Man, and shit, my brother that's sitting next to me really don't give a fuck about me neither. If I'm doing good for myself and he want to take from me too, I took away from
See, here's the thing. This is where this American shit gets twisted.
It ain't American nothing.
Hold on. You got brainwashed with this bootstrap mentality.
How's that?
And then you got caught up with the capitalism. So now you think that.
How's that? My kids, if I go out there and have kids, my kids got to eat, right?
Now you want to judge him for taking yours.
No, my kids got to eat, right?
In the least, the generational curses that individual has endured to get to that point, that it came at the hands of the Republican Party, white people in general.
Oh my God. So wait, so you say, so if I have a baby,
religion fucked us up too.
Right, so my daddy wasn't in my life. I go out there.
My daddy wasn't in my life.
Hold on, let me finish. So I go out there and have a kid. Now this kid gotta have some food, right? I gotta feed this kid. So I go out and get a job, and I can't get no job. I can't go do this. So what? I gotta figure out some way to provide for my family. That's in our generation. That's in our culture. That's in our DNA. That's what we did for years to survive to be where we at. So I gotta go out there and provide for my daughter and my son. So I gotta figure it out. There's consequences you're gonna make. There's gonna be poor decisions you're gonna make and all that. And at the end of the day, as long as you learn from this decision that you make and you did what you did, you learn from it, and then you figure out a different way to provide for your kids. That's what I did. I changed the element of a game of where I was at, and I had to feel out here and do what I need to do for my kids. Everybody would tell you. The only reason I drop names of celebrities because they're the one out there telling us to go do this, this, and this. And these are the individuals that the kids are following right now.
Why
and it's going to start with the generation.
Why not you?
Yeah, no, I want them to follow me, but you know what? If I can get the platform of them, because it's more of them than me. It's more of them than me. It's more them than me.
You're never going to follow you because you're still emulating someone else.
I'm not emulating. I'm not emulating.
That's who you're giving them.
No, I'm not emulating. No, I'm getting
these projects that are behind me like I'm a goddamn celebrity.
So I got a question. I got one question for you.
Nobody tell me I ain't shit. You gotta walk with that power. You're not walking with that power, bro. You keep talking about celebrities.
I got one question. So you get a celebrity that believes in the same thing you believe in, right? So you got a celebrity that has a platform of 1,000 followers in your city, or 100,000 followers in their city, and you come up to a celebrity and you talk to him, and you like me, you gotta be like, what you think about this? How you feel about this? How you think about this? How you feel about this? And he believe in the same thing that you do and that you believe in and follow you. So he has the platform. So you're not gonna say, okay, I got this celebrity over here. We forgot to do this. We're gonna do this. That's what
I'm not gonna ride his dick.
Hey, how's that? I'm not riding their dick. I just use their platform.
Oh my God, are we dick fighting?
No, platform. You gotta respect the game. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Let him talk.
I understand using the culture to try to get your point across, to try to get a platform, especially.
That's what Sprite do. That's what Nike do.
Capitalism.
Social media is so prevalent that you have no choice but to try to do it that way. So I understand.
You got to.
Emulating our oppressors.
Everything that you got.
That we do.
Right. Everything you, from the alcohol to your socks to your shoes to your food to all that.
Hey y'all, this dude is I'm trying to be polite, but I'm about to take
I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just saying
right now. So I'm about to take my gloves off, y'all. I'm about to let Mr. J do the rest of the thing.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just keeping it 100.
No, that ain't 100, son. That ain't 100. Because you know what?
That's 100, man.
That hurts the weakest of us.
Who? It hurts the what? The weakest of us.
Yeah. Yeah, we can consider that.
I don't look at us as being weak. I don't think none of us weak. We just don't know how to tap into the sources that
and women.
I don't think any African Americans are out there weak.
This is why Republicans are never gonna get nowhere.
Go ahead.
Talk too much. Shut up. Damn it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm talking about those who can't stand up and fight for themselves. Those who don't have the ability to understand the situation that they're in. Those who can't get out of those situations. Those are the weak. That's what I'm talking about. Your statement right there just belied their entire lives. That condescension, that downward tone that you used to talk about them and about the situation, that's gonna come through in your talking to people, and they're not gonna pay you no attention.
Depending with Bo on the line, honey, he don't take that.
I don't.
But you said about you say the weak, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm a family oriented type of individual, and when you look at, and I was weak. I grew up that way. You know what I'm saying? I was down there, and the point that you have to do is when you have individuals those weak, you need those individuals that look like you, that's like you, to understand that, to help you lift up and come up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're weak, you don't have to stay down there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in that situation, you ain't got to stay that way. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock them, or nor do I look down on them. I do what I do, and I try to accomplish to help them. And those are the individuals that I help. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about, saying the rich side of individuals, the celebrities who got the money. But yes, do I want to use their financial resources and the platform they got to help the weakness down there? Yeah, because guess what? Those weaks and those down there, they got the Kobe jersey on. They idolizing them or whatever. So you just have to look at the realistic, that those individuals down there, they have hope. They have dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the difference between me and you. I've never idolized a celebrity. I've never looked up to a celebrity. I've never been a fan of anyone.
Really? Yeah.
But I've never been like, ooh, that's my boy. Ooh, I got to get his clothes. Ooh, I got to go get his album. Well, no, maybe it's out.
You know what I'm saying? I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did. Because I didn't have no daddy. I didn't have no daddy to idolize. I didn't have no.
Wait, no. I think Travis is saying something important.
I didn't have no daddy or a male person in my life to idolize, and that's probably why I made some of the poor decisions that I made in my life until I had to learn from that. So I didn't have that. So I idolized, you know what I'm saying, you know, maybe a celebrity or a businessman that I know, you know what I'm saying? And he tried to guide me as being a young man, not actually being his actual physically biological son, and kind of guided me as much as possible because he seen that I didn't have that. So usually your son and your kids, you try to get them to idolize the parents because that's where the bonding goes in. And that's not happening in the African American community. So I wanted to change that. You know what I'm saying? When I, you know, what I went through, that was one of my primary goals, is to change that and change that whole aspect of an African, of a black man, you know what I'm saying? Especially a black man, when you talked about rehabilitation, you're right, there's no rehabilitation when you go to jail, you go to prison, anything like that. Some people get it, like he said in his speech. Some people get it, some get it done. Do you want to figure out how those get it, and you want to try to mimic things? You can't. That's what, no, it was something that I got closer with God. You know what I'm saying? I had a strong family foundation when I get support and stuff. And a lot of dudes ain't got that. I know that. A lot of this I know right now, like, that's out there, that's getting it out. You know what I'm saying? That's why one reason why I push justice reform so much with Republicans. And, you know what I'm saying? Because that is a key element, because we need to get those dads out. We need to get those dads and moms out. You know what I'm saying? And again, that goes back to my initial step in the beginning of this conversation. COVID helped that as well. It sat everybody down. It got a lot of people out of prison that would have been sitting in there. And we still got a lot of work to do. But it's putting those individuals that understand that into office. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point that we have to do now. We can blow up the whole system, but I know that's not gonna happen right now. And that's just the reality to the fact. We have to get those individuals and put individuals in office that can start making changes. You know what I'm saying? We just lost an iconic person that was with Martin Luther King the other day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lewis, like, he did a lot. Now who's gonna take that mantle and go for it? You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at. I don't care if I don't care if it's a Democrat or a Republican.
It won't be neither. It won't be neither, because both parties are too beholden to their flawed platforms and ideologies and politics to actually get anything done.
I agree, and that's why I'm pissed at Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan, because Paul, when you see the thing with me is I have direct conversations with these individuals, right? Direct conversations. So I'm the type of individual growing up how I grow up. I'd rather feel comfortable and better knowing that I said this to your face to let you know what's going on, and you do nothing. That's cool. At least I had the opportunity to say it to your face, and then, you know what I'm saying, dude, I know what it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I had conversations with Paul Ryan and other top Republicans, you know what I'm saying, and I let you know what it is, and you have these issues and you don't address these issues, we're going to have a problem. We got a problem with that, because it's something you should have stepped up. Paul and Mick. Mick is just now stepping up and protesting with the Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Paul has been quiet, and I don't even know why. Because I got.
You know why? He's a white man. Why are we pretending?
And I'm not. But see, I understand he's a white man. I'm not saying it as a thing as a white man. It's understanding that.
You can't dismiss that. That is.
Like, I'm a black man though. You know
what I'm saying?
I know that. He's a white man. He's black.
Right now. What we're talking about is this man's whiteness.
Right.
His unwillingness to even make a statement. Neutrality in the face of oppression is the same as fucking oppression.
It's the same, but you know what?
But the thing about I'm gonna tell you what my daddy said about the word "but." My daddy used to say everything after "but" is bullshit. As soon as the motherfuckers start with "but," they're gonna refute whatever they said just now. They say, "Oh, but," and they say something else. So I'm just letting you know, every time you say "but."
Okay. No. I understand that. No, I understand that. But come out a lot. But it's not that I mean like but. I understand. I understand. Look, I understand Paul Ryan. I understand. You know, saying he's a white man. But I look at it like this though. He's a white man. I'm a black man, right? So his whiteness. No one came out and don't take this the wrong way. Neither side, or neither black or white, come to the aid of certain black and whites. But Van Jones
talking about classism.
No, right, but Van Jones did. He came out in support of Donald Trump because they said he came out and said Donald Trump and the Republicans is the only one that's pushing justice reform. And he said that's the only reason that he would mess with Donald Trump, just for that by itself, because they're the one that's making the key element of justice reform. Right? So, but no blacks really came out in support of that because everybody hate for all the other stuff that he's saying. You know, and it goes to vice versa, and because of their blackness, because of who? Same thing with Paul Ryan. It's the same thing.
Which president did the most with justice reform?
It would be in the modern day now. Well, it would be Trump and the Republicans right now. Actually, yes, that's the validation. They're doing more right now with justice reform than anything. And one of the reasons they say, and I know everybody will say because he's probably going to jail or whatever, but no president has ever came in and started pardoning people out the gate. You know, and then getting, you know, changing laws. You know, we took us a long time to change the law here in Wisconsin, and we still have work to do in justice reform. But it takes those individuals to go out there and vote for judges, Supreme Court judges, appellate court judges.
Correct. And we need to vote from the bottom up.
Oh yeah, I agree. I told you, you're right. Right.
Neighborhood level up, because that would impact our lives most immediately.
Immediately.
National voting is effective. At the top level, I call bullshit.
Right.
Yep. And stop voting for people just because of their name or their
family
names.
So I'm my final question for you.
Okay.
In your next statement, I need you now to give your mea culpa, your come hither for Black Americans. Why they should join you in the Republican Party.
So basically, you want me to answer why do I feel and why minority?
Black Americans join you in the Republican Party?
I would say one is they can see what type of individual I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I don't look at myself as a traditional Republican. Okay. I don't look at myself as a traditional Black Republican. I think, you know what I'm saying, years ago when the Democrats had majority of, that was the racist, and then it was flip-flop. I think we need now to get back to making it more of a balance, because you have far right, and you got far left. And I think if I can get individuals to understand the goals and what I'm trying to achieve within the Republican Party, let's do this together. You know, so let's get a even playing field to where we can get things done and get things done for our community, for our people, for our Black people, because every other demographic is doing that. We just not do it.
But what I'm asking you is, what would you tell someone who's questioning how, why? I mean, I understand your policies.
It's
and
time.
What you're doing.
It's time.
It's time. The principles, like it's because they believe this. It's because it's this.
Oh well,
it works like this for us. And then the second question is, why do we need to join the Republican Party to do any of those things you're about to say?
Because it's too, well, I answer the last question first, you know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the percentage of the vote, you know what I'm saying, the demographics of the votes is changing. You know what I'm saying? We are a country of immigrants, so the ethnic background is changing. And as that's changing, you have individuals of different cultures shifting to a political party. Having another party or generating another party would be difficult to achieve the goal to where that person could be the president of the United States. That would probably won't take for another 10, probably 15, 20 years. Because
difficult is the reason not to begin?
No, I mean, it could definitely begin, but I understand. Yeah, we could definitely begin and start trying it. You know, Tupac always said that we needed to create our own political party. So I always agree with that, but I just try to touch base to realities, right? So, and that's just me. But as in talking to other Black Republicans and as in principle, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the Republican values that I believe in, I don't know if I don't lead into that. I lead into when I talk to about Republicans as in having the balance is first. You know what I'm saying? You can vote Democratic for years. For years, we've been on this side of the tank. Plateau and everything, I can tell you and go over the statistics of everything is going down. And I just go back to, Derek, look at your community. Have you seen a change over the last 20 years? And a lot of those in the country, a lot of those cities are Democratic Black individuals that's running those cities to whatever it is. I don't go into the value of the Republican Party. I don't go into it. Do I believe in abortion? I do not believe in abortion. That's why none of my kids has got aborted, and I take care of every last one of them because I felt that my mom didn't abort me. And if a lot of slavery, if we would have aborted our kids years ago into slavery, we'd have never been in the position that we is right now. And those families chose to have those kids in slavery and teach them, and then we had the rebelliousness like we have right now.
Okay, we talk about abortion. So just because you don't believe in abortion,
right? They could be.
They could not. Also, that you now have the power to tell not just another person, but another woman what she can do with her body because of what you personally believe.
Typical man.
No,
because of what you believe, another woman now can do what she wants with her body. Yes.
Well, but
no, I said that quite directly.
You said yeah. That's a yes or no, right?
You can't dance around it. Yes.
I would have to say if you want me to definitely to do that, I would have to say yes. And the reason why I say yes is because one, when I laid down with that other individual, and I know I had sex with her, and I'm not talking about rape. I'm not talking about rape and sex. I mean, right. So I have a choice as a father if I want that child, even though it's in her body. That child is a child, it's a living child. Even though it's not born into a world, it's a living child. That's a disagree.
No, it's not. It's not in the beginning. It's not.
That's what people say.
It literally is a bunch of cells. People need to understand physiology.
But it's a kid though.
Do you know that when you're born with your asshole first?
But it's still a kid.
You're not born. When you're developing, your asshole develops first.
That's good. It's still a kid, though. It's still
you're telling me that you want to protect all the assholes before they come out and become one.
Exactly. Because why do that child do not get a chance to come out and provide something valuable to this earth? They might be an asshole.
That kid is gonna be great.
Wait, I don't know. That might be an asshole.
You decide whether or not that kid gets a chance. It's not you. You're not carrying that child.
That's life. I can't go take your life. I can't just take your life away.
Because I'm here.
But I can go to jail. Right. But it's the same. It's the same thing.
Not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's what. But see, that's my belief.
All right.
See, that's my belief.
Now, I don't like your little lawsuit. So take that shit off.
What do you say? By what?
I don't like your little suit. Take it off.
I don't have a suit.
Whatever that thing is.
This Sean John. Sean John. Sean John.
Hanging out with Nino Brown or some shit.
No, this Sean John. This Sean John. I'm supporting Sean John.
I ain't impressed.
I was Sean John. I'm supporting Black-owned business.
Sean John.
I got Duce in there too.
I ain't impressed, man. I really not.
That time of hour. Fish are keeping us tonight.
Hey. Black on everything. Black on everything.
Travis will keep us late tonight, honey. Look at these edges, baby. I done changed the whole subject.
Hey, Travis, man. You know I come at you, baby, but you know it's my job.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. No, everything is all good, man. We just got to make these changes, man. This young generation, just a quick story that I'm really,
that shit ain't gonna be quick, and you already know that.
Yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? With the, what I don't like right now is that you got these kids right now that's coming into the inner city buying this heroin. They ODing, and then the family are suing the pharmaceutical companies and getting millions of dollars. But then the cops go find out who sold them the heroin, and they charge them with murder. And a lot of those are individuals of color and Black and brown, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't fly the heroin in or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But now you putting them to jail for the rest of their life. They ain't shoot nobody, they ain't nothing, they sold the product. I don't believe in them selling the product. But when you prescribe individuals, over medicate them, and you prescribe OxyContin, and they get hooked, and then they can't get that no more because the family think now they putting them in rehab, and then they go into the inner cities and buy this heroin and they die. How you gonna charge us with a homicide? And then you go sue.
Sorry, go ahead.
Then you go sue the pharmaceutical company because your kid got hooked on OxyContin. You give them $2 million. You break them off millions. That's some crazy stuff right there. For real.
What happened during the crack epidemic? Why we couldn't sue the goddamn who we would have sued? The government.
Man, they created somebody. We got to figure out, you know what I'm saying? So we got to stop that.
We need some back pay. CIA.
Man.
The proof is in the pudding, honey. It's there. Anyway,
man, right. Yeah.
We've had you long with us. We enjoyed you.
Okay.
We're going to let you go tonight.
Right.
Are you still planning to run? If you are, we definitely want to promote you. Travis, U.S. Congress, we can write you in November.
Yep. No, not November. It's the primaries in August 11th. So I don't know. This is different. You know, I got some things in, and I'll let you guys know. Exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Kanye will be coming to Milwaukee. So
name dropping that.
But again, that's that platform. Hey, that's that platform right now. You know he's running for president. Come on now. I need the write-in vote. Hey, look, hey, bro, hey, I need the write-in votes, man. If I'm going to win, you know what I'm saying? Mental health. You gotta
I can't rock with the Republican shit, but as a black man trying to do something, I'm gonna support you, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that, and we're just gonna try to get the message out a little bit more, man. That's all we are. We just trying to educate.
Social media street team out, son. You gotta get somebody young to get on your social media accounts.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been working on because I really haven't been pushing it. You know, because I've really been focused on the consulting business. We got a lot of other business element going on. A lot of stuff going on.
I mean, if you don't want to do it,
no, I you know, hey, look. You know, I'm ready for it though. You know, so I'm ready for it. I know I'm ready for it. 10 years I've been involved with the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? 10 years. I don't accomplish a lot of stuff. Bucks funding, Foxconn deal, the casino, the Menominee. I don't do a lot of behind the scenes that a lot of people don't even know I was involved in.
I'm surprised you didn't drop a name right there.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. You know, I'm usually behind the scene, man. You know, I'm only coming out now using celebrities now because now I gotta use their branding for my next move. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's strategy. Since 2002, when I won my appeal, I won an appeal. The reason why I was able to leave is because my constitutional right was violated, and I didn't even know. You know how many people sitting in prison don't even know their constitutional right was violated? You know who told me my constitutional right was violated? A jailhouse lawyer that I gave him my case, and he told me, like, dog, they charged you for the same crime twice. Over here.
Hey, hold on. We got to do this in the part two, bro. Hey, okay, G, wrap us out here. Take us out of here, baby girl.
All right. We're going to get out.
Where's she at? What's she
Travis,
doing?
Thank you. We talking inside, talking in the back, talking about Travis, talking about politics from a woman's standpoint. But anyway, thank y'all. Thank you, Bo. Travis, we wish you the best of luck. Keep us posted. You got my vote.
Right.
You got my vote. I don't fuck with none of them, Republican, Democrat. I vote for whoever I want. I'm me.
Hey, you look at a black Republican, y'all talk to them first because there's some out there that just ain't on our side and trying to accomplish what we need to accomplish. So, you know, look at the person.
The first black Republican I ever saw was Jesse Watts during the Clinton impeachment, and I was utterly confused.
Hey, well, let me make it to Congress. You're definitely going to be confused.
Yeah. Well, they only got one black Republican now, too. What's his name?
Tim Scott.
Yeah.
No, he's Senate. He's the Senate.
Tom Scott. From South Carolina.
Yeah, that's Tim Scott.
Tim Scott, yeah.
So if I get into Congress, you know what I'm saying, the whole gang gonna change. Y'all gonna see a whole different.
You need people on both sides of the aisle. So good luck, bro.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Check it out, G-Spot.
G-Spot.